Midday Kentucky cooking segment brought to you by Creative Kitchen and Bath, where you will always cook in style.
Welcome back to Midday Kentucky, everyone. Over here with Chef Allison Davis from Wild Time, but we're cooking at Creative Kitchen and Bath, the place to go when you're needing a kitchen or bathroom renovated or a brand new one installed.
Absolutely gorgeous, and they stay on trend.
I was about to say to you, I just saw some new arrivals in here when we came in. It's absolutely beautiful, everyone.
Yeah.
You need to come over and have a look. They've got the best sales team, and also they have two kitchen designers, like architectural designers, that they come in and they show you what is possible. That's the best thing.
Yeah.
But more importantly, what am I eating today?
All right. Well, this is actually a great summer side that we're going to be doing, and it's one of my favorites. It's very French. It is braised leeks.
Oh, I hate leeks.
In brown butter.
I'm joking.
He's lying. I don't know anyone in their right mind that would hate leeks.
I love leek and potato
Leeks
soup.
are kind of that cross between like a green onion and a shallot, and maybe even a little bit of celery or like.
But also, Allison,
just fabulous.
If you don't know how to cook them, they're not great.
Right.
Like, you really have to know how to cook.
So I really like to cook them down.
Yeah.
So we have gone ahead and these have been cut in half, and I've got some butter here in the pan. This is the key, right? Okay. We're going to braise these in some brown butter. So brown butter is really just allowing your butter to melt a little bit further past melted to where it starts to brown. You can almost smell it.
So
and I always say
it's caramelized.
Yes, and there's a fine line between brown and burnt, obviously, because it happens very fast. But what you really go for is the smell. And if you can smell it, it smells like popcorn, right? So when the butter starts to brown, it smells like popcorn.
A good time.
Yeah, a wild time. All right, so what we're going to do is just take these cut sides of our leeks and just lay them.
The whole thing.
Just lay them straight into the brown butter. Okay. And then we're just going to leave them alone. We're going to let them sit. We're going to let them work. Of course, I'm going to season them with a little bit of salt and pepper.
Of course you are.
Because that's going to help pull a little of the moisture out. And then really, just let them sit and let them work, okay? So what
now,
these
do you have that up on high?
Once it gets to the brown butter stage, I turn it down a little bit. Okay, so I have it on a medium-high until the butter gets to that brown stage, and then I turn it down a little lower and let it just sit and simmer. I can try to show right here where you can just see how it's kind of bubbling and simmering a bit. So this is going to go, but we're not finished. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to let those sit, and when they're ready and they're soft and they're caramelized and they're beautiful golden brown, we're going to flip those over, let them go just a little bit longer, but when we serve them, we're going to serve them with this little nice whole grain mustard vinaigrette.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
so we're going to pour this nice little dressing, very fresh and light, right over the top. So that's what we're going to make. So I've got a little bit of fresh shallots, and I'm going to keep those raw because the shallots are lighter. They're not as hard as...
Shallots? I thought they were onions.
They are like an onion, but the shallots are not as pungent as, say, like a red onion. They're a little bit lighter.
They're a little sweeter.
Yeah, so you see that in a lot of vinaigrettes. So we're going to go with a little bit of shallot.
Oh, they're nice.
Yeah. So
what do they look like when they're whole?
They're a little bit smaller. They look just like a red onion, but they're smaller.
Maybe I'm silly. I didn't know that they were...
Yeah, you see it a lot in French cooking because, again, it's a nicer flavor.
They're really nice.
Good. Well, there you go. Yeah, proof is in the pudding. All right, so we're going to go with a tad bit of garlic. Okay.
That's really nice.
No, I don't think so. Did you see me pulling away? I was like, I've got to talk to him here. I don't want to have raw garlic. Okay, we're going to go in with some fresh Dijon mustard.
What brand do you like?
I like Grey Poupon.
Yeah.
It's just always consistent.
Okay.
All right. Now, I said a whole grain mustard vinaigrette, so we're also going to add a little bit of whole grain in here with it. That's going to give it a nice little texture and pop.
Did that just go all over your hand?
A little bit here.
Do you want me to mix this up? I'll use this spoon here.
You can, and then we're going to top it with a little bit of sugar. French are known for putting some sugar into their vinaigrettes. You know, it really makes a difference. And then red wine vinegar, or if you can find it, my favorite is sherry wine vinegar. Okay, I've got a whisk here if we want to start whisking, or you can use that spoon. And then finally we'll do a little salt and pepper, but we've got some fresh thyme sprigs.
Okay.
The other thing that's extremely French is just throwing in the thyme leaves, just all whole, right into your pan and letting those.
French.
I know, right? And just letting those work.
It reminds me of the movie Julia, Julia.
Oh, one of my favorites. I cried like a baby.
I love that.
All right, but then that's it. So once we kind of flip these over. I'll see if we can
That
show.
smells it, but the mustard's
Not
still...
quite there. We want a much
Okay.
deeper caramelization, but look at that, gorgeous. Yeah.
The mustard's still overpowering it. If you want to find out about this recipe and many more, head over to Midday Kentucky's recipe tab. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Chef Allison Davis on Instagram. Back after this short break.